Welcome back.
What's up?
We are continuing our sessions on diets.
Different diet types.
Yeah. What's today? What are we on for today?
So today, I don't know why we're going to do vegan in front of vegetarian, but we're going to go vegan first.
Okay. What's the difference?
Oh, between the two?
Mm-hmm.
Well, generally speaking, vegetarians cut out meat, poultry, fish. It's really deep. There's all these different levels of vegetarian.
I was going to say, vegetarians,
There's like-
some vegetarians do fish, right?
Pescatarian does fish, if I said that right. But vegan takes it, the whole thing, a step further.
Okay.
My understanding is, any animal byproduct at all is carved out of vegan. So we're talking like even honey,
Oh, honey.
because it's made by bees. Gone.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
So
byproduct of any animal whatsoever.
any.
Okay.
So we're talking
Like-
like you got to be really careful with processed foods, with who knows what. It's probably the strictest.
I was going to say, so you're bringing up a very interesting point of view. Is it impossible to really be a strict vegan? I mean, darn near impossible.
Well, and I think that's why there's so many different levels of vegetarian. And I think vegans just for the folks that are like hyper committed, right? We had an employee that she was vegan, and it was so funny, man. She'd come in and tell me how she made vegan pulled pork and vegan ribs, and I'm like, why wouldn't you just eat pulled pork?
Right.
It's like,
So okay,
so they really go deep down the rabbit hole of everything they eat is vegetable based, and they even like get really creative in the preparations to try and
adhere to it?
mimic other foods.
Okay.
So
let me tee this up. Why do you become a vegan?
well, I think there's a lot of reasons. Some people don't like animal foods in general, whether it's for humane reasons, how they're treated, how they're commercial farming now it's a little different than it was 50 years ago.
You don't say.
Yeah. So I think
our daily kick to Monsanto.
I'm not picking on Monsanto. No, but I think for a lot of people it's a choice because they don't like the way modern farming harvests animals,
So-
and animal products.
In theory, it goes far past just the food, right? It's what about if you believe that it's like cosmetics? It's products to use, maybe even clothing. Can you wear wool if you are truly a vegan?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer. I would imagine that there are some out there that very much take that approach. I don't know. And I don't know. General use versus consumption, they may differentiate between.
Okay.
Are
Are there any nutritional aspects to it that you know of?
So there's, the advocates will tell you that it's a heart healthy, diet, that it's the criticisms against it, I think, are the nutrients that you can really, I don't want to say only get, because I'm not a dietitian, but it's hard to get iron, calcium, protein. It's hard to get those, through a vegan-based diet. And I think
Even cholesterol, right? I mean, cholesterol is an important aspect. Everybody views cholesterol as a negative thing, and that's a whole nother podcast that we're going to do one day. But cholesterol is actually good for you.
Yeah. And a lot of that stuff comes mainly from animals and animal byproducts.
Yeah, I don't know
So
so
I
many
think there's
plants that put off a ton of cholesterol.
Calcium.
Right.
My gosh, protein, I get it. I think broccoli's pretty loaded with protein,
I wonder if there is a overlap between vegan diets and calorie restriction, almost because you're limited to what you can eat. Like, you can't eat out. So there's this, right? I mean, it's hard to eat out. I don't say you can't eat out, but it's
Right.
hard to eat out.
There's
when
only
you're-
so many times you want a salad
right
that
when
has no cheese, no.
Man, you're depressing me. All right. so it's not pick on vegan day. It's really just kind of really
No.
interesting. I mean, good for them if they can adhere to that. For me, that downright near impossible.
I would find it difficult. Yeah, without a doubt.
So, all right. Well, for any of you that want to reach out and give us some more insight on
Yeah, and
being a vegan,
yeah, we'd love to hear real
Yeah.
stories of how it worked for people.
yeah, what are your pros and cons? Hit us on the Facebook page or Instagram. And
Or email us at
Email us.
snackcast@yes.fit.
what's on tap next?
On tap next, I don't know, man. We got a whole list. There's carnivore, there's ketogenic, there's regular vegetarian.
Okay.
And we touched on it a little today, but it probably deserves its own kind of deep dive.
So we're going to go swing to the other side, right? From vegan to carnivore.
Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out between today and tomorrow.
All right.
So,
All right. Thanks, everybody.
hi guys, thanks.
See you.
Dude.